Hi guys, it's Vicky. How are you doing? Hope you're well. I just want to apologise for not having a video in the past week and a bit. It's just because I've had a few technical problems. My camera stopped working. I lost my SD cards with all my pre-filmed videos on it. So it's just been a crazy week or so. First video I wanted to film was this one, which is reviewing the new Norvina eyeshadow palette. I did pick this up myself. I got it from the ABH website, the UK website, and I think it retailed for £42 or £43, and oh, that was backwards. And this is the palette. Now I did actually film this yesterday and I had technical issues with my video, no sound, which was very annoying, so I'm having to film this again. So I have used the palette, but yesterday was my first time using it when I filmed it, so I already have like my opinions on this palette, which is quite good, I guess. So this is the palette itself. It comes with that kind of like felt kind of packaging. It is a lilac-y purple packaging, as you can see there, and when you open it up, it did come with a brush, but I did remove the brush from the inside. Here's the brush right here, so it's a dual-ended brush, and then on the inside you have all of the shades right there. As I said, I have used this palette, so mine isn't looking the freshest, unfortunately, but I will try and put in like a clip. What you do get in here are 14 eyeshadows, I think. Yes, 14 eyeshadows, and along the top you've got the metallics, and then along the bottom you do have the mattes. So I do like the way they've arranged the mattes at the bottom and then the metallics at the top. You have a mixture of neutrals and warm tones in this, so I wouldn't classify this as a completely warm tone palette, but I wouldn't say it's a completely neutral tone palette as well. Now Norvina is the daughter of Anastasia, and I believe that Norvina is like the creative director. I might be completely wrong with that. This is her palette. This basically, in my opinion, sums up Norvina quite well, because if you've actually seen her, you know what I mean by that. She's got quite a striking feature about her, and she definitely does love her like lilac-y purple tones. Even her hair is lilac. But I feel like she's a very stunning, beautiful woman, you know. This palette, I feel like, definitely represents her quite well. One thing I will say is that I would have personally just maybe rearranged the shades in this palette. Still maybe kept the mattes at the bottom and the metallics at the top, but I would have probably like just mixed up the shades a bit here. So for example, I would have corresponded certain shades, certain mattes to the metallic better, but that's just me being nitpicky. I actually do quite like it. Now if you are not familiar with the ABH palettes, then you might be a bit surprised with how soft the eyeshadows are. Now when you've put your brush in this, you will get a lot of like kickback in the pan, and that is simply because it's a softer formula of eyeshadow. Does that mean it's bad? No, it doesn't mean it's bad. It still shows up pigment on my eyes when I used it. I was still able to blend the shadows. I personally didn't experience any patchiness with the shades I used yesterday. Is this similar to Subculture? I've heard some people say that they think it is a bit similar to Subculture in terms of the formula, but I personally don't think it is. But again, I actually like Subculture and I didn't really experience any major issues with it myself. I love the metallics. They are very like more like a wet, creamier kind of texture. I only used this yesterday and I swatched them yesterday, and I already have dents in the metallic shades because they're so soft and creamy. They already dent. So I don't know if that means that I would hit pan on these quite quickly or not, but I'm just putting that out there. But in terms of their pigment, they are very, very, very pigmented. I'll just show you. Like, can you see that? They're super pigmented shadows, but very creamy eyeshadows as well. Just demonstrate that for you. Can you see? Like beautiful shadows. Now another thing to mention with the metallics is that yes, they are creamy, yes they are kind of that wet, creamier texture, but they are quite chunky, so you do get a bit of fallout with the metallics in this, so it's not so cohesive in the pan, and it won't be as cohesive on your brush either. So maybe to get less fallout from the glitters in the metallics, I would suggest maybe wetting your brush, you know, spritzing your brush before using this. It will definitely intensify your shadow a lot more, but I think to prevent the fallout and to kind of make the shadows more cohesive, I think wetting the brush is probably your best bet for that. I don't think they're that difficult to use, and I do like the color range. Personally for me, I am over the whole very warm tone, you know, red, oranges. I mean, I love an orange in an eyeshadow palette. That's one thing I love because of for transitioning. I love that. But in terms of the whole palette being like oranges and browns and reds and all that kind of stuff, I'm over that. So I'm really looking for something a bit different, and I think this is definitely leaning towards the different angle, you know. So I am going to just show you what it looks like and how it applies on my eyes. I did create a look yesterday, which I will now insert into this clip for you, and you can see I created a purple tone look. I did find that for my transition I can't use incense, which is this brown here, because it basically is my skin tone, so that's basically a base color for me. But apart from that, every other matte in here will show up on my skin tone, which I'm very happy about. I think we should just get into the demo of this. Okay, so I'm going to first of all take the shade Eccentric and just start that as just a very light wash of color. Now I've just put my brush in that, and you can, I don't know if you can tell, but maybe, I don't know, you can possibly tell that there's quite a bit of kick up in that. And if I dust it off, I think you can see a little bit of kick up coming up from there. So just be aware of that. But I'm gonna put this as my first transition shade, and it's just slightly deeper than my skin tone. So it's just giving me a slight warmth in the crease area as my transition. Hopefully you can see that there. Right, we're gonna take the shade Love, and that's that shade there. And it's basically a pink matte shade. And we are going to just blend that into the transition. And this is a really, really nice transition shade. That's basically all over my eye area. And then I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna leave the transition shades for now. I think I wanna try the rose gold shade today and see if that will come out quite nice on me. So I'm gonna go into rose gold. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but it is quite chunky and it is breaking off. And there is my brush. So I'm not gonna wet it first, just to show you how it applies. So I haven't wet it, and can you see it applies beautifully on the lid. But just be aware that you will get fallout. I've already got some fallout there. So I'm gonna put this on most of my lid. Can you see that? That is gorgeous. So that was without wetting it. I have got slight bit of fallout under my eyes, but it's okay. Then I'm gonna take the ABH brush, I think. I'm going to try and put Soul, which is this shade here. I used that yesterday and I quite liked it, so I want to put Soul into my outer V to deepen up the outer corners, and just so you can kind of see it, because I know Soul is kind of that shade that everyone has been talking about. So I'm gonna put that on just so you guys can see what it's like, because I did quite like it yesterday. Don't know if you guys can see. Can you see that? It's a gorgeous shade. Now I want to go back into Wild Child, which is this shade here, and I'm going to put that into my inner corners. So that's that. I think it just looks really, really nice. So for under my eyes, I'm going to smudge the shade Love and Passion. I think I might bring a bit of Soul as well under my eyes to the outer part. Now I'm just going to finish off the rest of my eyes, put my mascara and my liner, and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I have now finished the look. Oh, and I put some highlighter on. The highlighter I'm using is from the Natural Face palette by Too Faced, and it's the Starlight highlighter there, and it gives kind of that pinky iridescent pinky tone, so I thought that would go really well with this eye look. And then the lip gloss, I just put on a lip gloss. This is the Lumi Lips by Gosh Cosmetics, and I just thought that would be really nice. The shade I'm wearing is 006 Gal. What do you guys think? I really do like this eye look. I do really like this palette, as I've said before. I think it's just a gorgeous eyeshadow palette. I think you can create quite a few different looks with this as well. Is it something that you need in your collection? No. So I won't say you have to go out and buy it because it's amazing. I think it's a nice palette. I think it's an all-round palette. I think you could definitely use this any time of the year as well. It's not really a, you know, summer palette or a winter palette. You did see that I did get fallout under my eyes. I will definitely film an update post on this because obviously I've only used it twice now, and yeah, I do like it, but I just think if I use it a couple more times then I can give you a better rounded view, especially if I've used all the shades. I've used most of the shades now in this palette, I think. So guys, if you have tried this palette, let me know what you think. Is it worth it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you going to be picking it up or not? Let me know, because I'm just nosy like that and I like to know what you guys are doing. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks for your patience as well. If you do like this kind of content, if you do like this kind of video, then please make sure you subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video as well, and yeah, I will see you very soon in my next video. Okay guys, take care and see you soon. Bye.